Cultured Colonials, the show where you can watch and learn just be as cultured as us. I'm Isabella Harris.
And I'm Caden Hyde. Let's get right into it with the latest art news at RMU. We're going to kick it off with a recap of the RMU theater season throughout the year.
Let's take it back to last semester when one of the standout moments on RMU's campus stage was the university's production of Grease. It brought Rydell High to life with its high-energy performances, strong vocals, and a cast fully committed to the iconic characters. The show packed Massey Hall and earned a warm response from students and families. Reviewers highlighted the chemistry between the cast and just the nostalgic feel overall. It became a memorable experience for all.
The second half of the Colonial Theater season saw the performance of Rachel Scheinkin's the 21st Annual Putnam County Spelling Bee. The production was off the wall and bizarre, satirizing spelling bees through over-exaggerated stereotypes of spellers, as well as plenty of audience interaction. Starring RMU students Cooper Bruce, Olivia Garofalo, John Garuba, and Jenna Kolachinsky, the show ran during the last days of February into March, garnering critical success and viewer adoration.
While RMU Theater had quite a year, something that happened recently was the 11th Annual Vinyl-thon, a 24-hour event organized by the College Radio Foundation and RMU-TV. Students were able to sign up for a time slot last Sunday and play their favorite vinyls. There were lots of fun and interesting vinyls that were played, like Astro World by Travis Scott, Guardians of the Galaxy soundtrack, and even Live from Folsom Prison by Johnny Cash. This opportunity was good for students to do some truly understand what RMU Radio is all about.
And Friday, April 17th, saw the end of Greek Week 2026, as well as Air Band, an RMU tradition dating back to the mid-'80s. The competition pits the 7 fraternities and 3 sororities against each other for a night of dancing and lip-syncing with complete artistic freedom. Each organization can choose any song or theme they deem fit, and every year the viewers get a completely different show. Air Band can make or break a Greek Week title, and this is exactly what happened, as the brothers of Delta Tau Delta claimed first place in Greek Week after trailing all week due to a strong performance, while the leader, Kappa Delta Rho, did not have a performance that lived up to their standards. This year saw the brothers of Phi Mu Delta win Air Band for the 3rd year in a row with their theme Quest for the Crown, a mark that has never been reached before. As for sororities, Delta Phi Epsilon won Air Band with their Dark Carnival theme, usurping Zeta Tau Alpha, who had won Air Band each of the past 8 years. So Isabella, did you get the chance to see Air Band this year?
I did. I didn't see it last year, but I saw it this year, and I was very entertained. For the sororities, I'm going to have to go with D Phi E. I love the circus whole kind of act. I thought the music was great, and if you have good music, it's easy to pull me in. And then for the frats, I'm going to go with AXP, just because the grannies were super entertaining to me, especially just like the whole background clips too. I thought those were pretty funny. But.
Yeah, you know, personally, I'm a tad bit biased. As a brother of Phi Mu Delta, I really liked our show, but I'm really glad to see that all the other fraternities are really stepping it up.
100%.
This year compared to last year, the shows were so much better, much better dancing, better song choice. Just felt like everyone's trying to step up their game, and it's working, and I'm glad to see it.
Yes, completely. I agree. While those events helped RMU students to grow their artistic abilities,
let's talk about some entertainment others are bringing to the RMU campus.
The UPMC Events Center is set to welcome Bill Murray's Kinda Hard Tour. On May 11th, they bring a mixture of rock, pop, and experimental sounds to campus. The tour supports the 2026 album Kinda Hard, which leads more of a blend of heavy guitar-driven moments and a softer, more melodic sections. Without sticking to one clear lane, it's kind of the album that doesn't really stick to one genre, so that's why it's exciting chaos that seems to really draw in their fans.
And for everyone else, break out your skateboards and your Mountain Dew Code Red, as Yellow Card is coming to the UPMC Event Center on June 15th. Known for their hit song Ocean Avenue, the band brings early 2000s pop-punk energy to the stage. And look out, they do indeed have a violin player. Very interesting watch.
April is Jazz Appreciation Month, and the brothers of Kappa Kappa Psi are excited to celebrate by sharing their passion for jazz with the community. This engaging seminar will explore a wide range of topics, including the rich history of the Pittsburgh jazz scene and RMU's own jazz legacy. Attendees also discover how jazz has been shaped and featured by music videos, movies, and games, along with other fascinating influences and discussions. Whether you're just a longtime fan or curious to learn more, this event offers something for everyone to enjoy, and it will take place every night this week from 6 to 10 p.m. in Hale 301.
Now coming up, we shift focus to what's going on in Pittsburgh.
And also the latest on most recent musician biopic, so don't go anywhere. I'm so sorry.
And welcome back to Cultured Colonials. Now that we've covered entertainment here on campus,
let's switch gears and talk about Pittsburgh entertainment so you don't want to miss.
tomorrow is the biggest day in the offseason and all eyes will be on the 4-1-2 for the NFL Draft. However, while the title card will be the selections, the NFL Draft Entertainment Series is bringing 3 superstar acts to perform during the event. First is rapper Wiz Khalifa, known for featuring on Charlie Puth's See You Again, and more notably, for 2011's Black and Yellow, which has become an unofficial anthem for the Steelers. Second is Bret Michaels, frontman for 80s hair metal band Poison. Michaels, who is from Butler, is an outspoken Steelers and Pittsburgh sports fan at large. Finally is country music star Kane Brown, who is also a Steelers fan and has previously performed at a Steelers home game in 2018.
The opening night of the 59th Carnegie International is happening May 1st from 6 p.m. to midnight. The opening night is actually really important to Pittsburgh because it brings all of the global art into the world, into the city. The Carnegie International is one of the oldest international exhibitions, so it gives Pittsburgh real cultural relevance. And what's cool is that it mixes international artists with local communities. So it's not just really talking about the elite art thing, but it really connects it back to the city. It basically shows how Pittsburgh fits into a bigger global art conversation.
And last Thursday, HBO Max's The Pit wrapped up its 2nd season. Starring Noah Wiley as Dr. Michael Rabinovich, the series takes viewers inside the fast-paced, often overwhelming world of the emergency room at Allegheny General Hospital. What makes the show unique is its format. Each season unfolds over the course of one single day, capturing every moment of chaos in real time. What really sets The Pit apart is its deep connection to the city it's filmed in. The show highlights local healthcare workers, hospital systems, and the realities they face daily. For many here, it's more than just a personal look at how the city has evolved since the steel mills moved overseas. The series has sparked conversations across the city about healthcare, community, and what it means to represent Pittsburgh on a national stage.
One more film news, a new biopic is putting one of the most influential artists back in time into the spotlight. Let's send it over to David to see what the movie is all about.
Y'all willing to fight for it?
Yes, sir.
I need to hear you a little louder. Y'all willing to fight for it?
Yes, sir.
Ready whenever you are, Michael.
Michael shows how Michael Jackson went from child star to the biggest star in music.
I believe music can change the world.
The King of Pop is played as a boy by Giuliano Valdi, then by Jafar Jackson, Michael's nephew.
I really dived into his personal writings and journaling that really informed me on what he was feeling and thinking in a lot of those moments, and also why he wanted to write certain songs, and just seeing his vision in the writing was incredible and informed me tremendously. Just have all these songs in my head. Just gotta get them out.
I would try to write notes. So Michael Jackson, he would write like "Make It Shine" and he'd put it on his
mirror?
on his mirror. And I would put that on my mirror, and that helped motivated me.
You are the greatest of all time.
Michael's such an icon. You have to divorce yourself from that and deal with the human being. And it's easier when you have great actors who can bring that to the table. Just meeting Jafar and Giuliano, immediately you could feel the spirit of Michael just based on who they are.
In Hollywood, I'm David Daniel.
Yeah, thanks, David. Isabel, I don't know about you, but personally, I'm a big MJ guy. I like Off the Wall. His first album he came out solo. How it feels like funky and disco. Oh, dude, I love it.
Yeah, I'm more like, I like Jackson 5, so that kind of brought me to him. But yeah, I think his Thriller albums, I mean, that's basic, but I think it's really good.
Yeah, should be a fun watch.
Yeah, most definitely. When we come back, Josh Woodman and Trent Marks will be facing off in a culture competition.
So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with more Cultured Colonials.
I don't remember how it started.
Go to that.
Oh boy.
Our back and forth. It always came back.
Dad!
You probably don't remember what you told me,
That was perfect.
but I heard every word.
There's so many rewards in life. You coming into our home was one of the greatest rewards we could have ever had.
You know, it took 20 years, and I got my third child, who was 17 at the time.
It's so cool to watch the adult that you've become, and you really have done as much for us as you think we've done for you.
Most of my family, they never graduated high school or even let alone go to college, so I'm trying to break that barrier. Every day after work, went straight to school, studied hard, and it paid off. I could not have done it alone. I see the future is really bright for me. The high school diploma is just added to the confidence, and now I feel unstoppable.
Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org.
You told me not to talk to strangers. You told me not to cross the street without looking both ways.
You told me not to touch the stove.
You told me not to do drugs.
You told me not to drink and drive.
You gave me so many messages about how to stay safe. Why didn't you keep me safe by properly storing your gun?
And welcome back to Cultured Colonials. The worst kept secret is that AI has taken the world completely by storm in the last few years.
While many people use it for a speedy paper, Trent and Josh are giving it their takes on an AI art. Let's send it over to Penelope.
Thanks, guys. I'm Penelope Shriver, and welcome to a Culture Competition. I'm joined here by Joshua Woodman and Trenton Marks, and today we're going to be talking about AI and art. So I have two questions for you guys. I want to ask you guys, what do you think about AI and art? And do you think that AI is helping or replacing art? I'm going to kick it off to Josh to start.
I would probably say I would want it out of art. I think that art is a very creative thing, and I think that relies on your own subjective views of what art is and how you want to build it and what you want to create. And if you're just having something accomplish that for you, I think it takes out a lot of the work aspect. I think if you have a very specific vision, then it's only you who's able to create it. And I think when you rely so much on AI or something else to create it for you, things get lost in the process. You could get lazy with it. And I think it takes out a lot of that creative spark.
That's a great point, Josh. All right, Trent, what do you think?
I could agree with a lot of what he says, but I also think that with advancements in any sort of field, there's always been backlash about new technology, and bringing it to like the art and film community, like sound in movies, that was a big backlash at first. Like that had a lot of disapproval, but it created more jobs, it lost a lot of jobs, and it ended up advancing the field of media and film that we have now. So in art, no matter what, you're always going to need someone to give AI that prompt. You're always going to need someone to have AI do the thing, you know?
Okay, so now we're gonna see if you guys can tell the difference between AI-generated images or non-AI generated images. So you guys have 5 images you can guess, and you're gonna have to guess if they're AI or not. So let's take a look at the first one. This nice little duck here. What do we think?
I think it's AI.
Yeah, I would agree.
Okay, why?
I think it's not that it can't. I think it's one of those, just like one of the filters on it. It was probably just an original image of a duck, and they just kind of said, make this image look like a painting, an oil painting.
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
I think AI creates a lot of stuff that's based off of other art, and I feel like that was based off of some other art.
Okay, let's see what the other images are. This nice woman here.
It does look really good. It does look real.
Okay,
I wouldn't
why?
be surprised if it's
Yeah, me neither.
Why do you think this image is real?
The hand-drawn aspect makes it, I don't know, it still looks a little, with the lighting and everything.
Imperfections, I would say, and like those little details.
I'm going to change. I think it's AI.
Why the sudden change?
I think lighting is very hard to draw, and the lighting looks too good on it to be.
Okay, okay. All right. Moving on to the next one. I'm going to tell you guys what the results of them are after we're done with all 5, sorry. Oh my goodness. Next image. We're going to take a look. This bear swimming in a pond.
I think that's real.
A pond or the sea and a coral reef. You think that's real?
Yeah.
What about you, Trent?
I would agree.
Why do we think that's real?
I feel like AI wouldn't be able to, like, I don't know. I just
wow,
feel like
Trent,
it's
you
too
think
advanced
AI
for
wouldn't be able to create something as beautiful as that?
No.
Wow.
Why not?
Interesting.
I mean, you argued for AI,
yeah.
so.
Yes,
AI is so good, but it can't create something like that.
That's why it needs humans.
That's a point for Josh. I got a point
needs
there.
humans.
All right. Moving on to our 4th image. We're going to take a look at this nice graffitied piece of art or AI art.
I want to say AI.
Okay. Josh.
I'm going to say real.
Okay. AI. Josh says it's real. Trent says it's AI. Okay. Now we're going to take a look at our final piece of art here. This nice image of a woman and multiple eyeballs, I
want to say AI.
I'm going
to say real.
You're going to say real?
Yeah.
Okay. You're saying AI? Why?
Yeah, I say AI. Yeah.
Why AI?
Because, I mean, it could be real, but I don't know. The eyes don't really follow any sort of pattern, and it looks like there's like a weird looking eye on the side there. Like, not like that side.
Trent mentioned earlier that AI kind of has a lot of like limits to it, and I think this is a very free kind of thing, and I think it looks nice that way.
Okay.
So I think it's real.
Okay, so Josh went with real on the last one. Trent went with AI. I'm gonna tell you guys which ones were which. So the first one, the duck with this nice, beautiful layering, you both said AI for that? That was AI, so you point for both of you. We're tied 1-1. The second one was the woman, nice black and white drawn. You said it was AI. Trent said it was real. That was AI. Point to Josh. Trailing Josh 2, Trent 1. Next up we have the bear with this nice, beautiful floating in a pond. That was not AI. So point for, you both said not AI for that one, so point for both of you. So we Josh 3, Trent 2. And graffitied art here. Josh said that was real. Trent said that was AI. That was not AI, that is real. So Josh is winning 4-3 right now. 2? 3? 2, sorry, my bad. And lastly, we have the woman floating up here. Trent said that was AI, Josh said it was real. That was not AI. So for this segment here, we have Josh winning with 5 and Trent trailing behind with 3. So I guess our points about AI were made and Josh won. So that's all I have for you guys with this segment. Please stay tuned to see what else we have to debate for you. Back to you.
Thanks, Penelope. Well, Josh held strong in that competition.
Yeah, it's always fun to watch, to get some competition going.
Yeah,
you know,
absolutely.
AI art, personally, not a fan. I have a lot of friends who are artists.
Not at all. Not at all. All right, whenever we come back, we're going to see what students on campus think about Coachella.
So don't go anywhere, because we have some fun culture conversations coming your way.
Bring it.
Time out, guys. I'm late to dinner. My mom's gonna kill me. Catch you guys later.
Mom wants us home.
Okay. Bye, guys.
You guys need a ride?
Sure. Yeah. All right. How about some one-on-one?
I gotta go eat, man. Sorry, I'll see you later.
Before we celebrate the freedom most Americans have, we must fight for the freedom all Americans deserve. Because all lives can't matter until Black lives matter.
When I was your age, I was just like you, fascinated by stars. But now I get to search for life in the universe. And who knows, maybe life is looking for us too.
So we're like aliens to them?
Yeah. Does anyone want to be a scientist now?
I do.
Awesome. We need more girls in STEM.
Maybe we can find aliens.
Welcome back to Culture Colonials. Let's get right into it. One of, if not the largest music festivals has come to pass, that being Coachella. So Isabella, if you don't mind, can you tell us a bit more about where Coachella came from, and is 2026 the new 2016?
Of course, of course. The Coachella Festival originally started as a music-focused event in 1999. It was meant to highlight alternative and indie artists and give them a serious platform. Over time, especially around 2016, it shifted into a huge social media moment, largely driven by apps like Instagram, where fashion influencers and brand culture became just as important as the music. Now, by 2026, Coachella is kind of a mix of both. It still hosts major artists and important performances, but it's also very commercial and image-driven. The difference between that and people are more aware of the shift, so there's more to focus on authenticity.
Now that we have an idea of what Coachella is about, let's see what Penelope and some RMU students have to say about the festival.
Coachella's original goal was to be accessible to the average person who couldn't afford concert tickets year-round, giving them the chance to enjoy one weekend full of cumulative artistic experiences. Let's take a look at what RMU students have to say about the festival.
Coachella is a cultural phenomenon where anyone that is able to afford it can go and see all their favorite artists and just witness history. Some of the things we've seen now and some of the greatest performances some people will ever see.
Like how all of the celebrities are together in one place.
I feel like it's overpriced and it's made for people who are already rich to get richer and monetize out of people who actually cannot afford to go there. And I believe that it is a moral failure to collaborate with certain companies that have been publicly going hard just to go to the party where Justin Bieber is singing. But yeah, if it was more affordable and targeted towards actually paying artists that are not underpaid, and if it was targeted to people to actually have fun and for average person to go there, it would be good, like just any other festival. But yeah, I don't like it.
I wish that I could have been there to see Justin Bieber.
Yeah, so I don't really know much about Coachella anymore. I know it was kind of big like in 2015, 2016. I really just remember like Jake Paul there. Other than that, I don't really know. I haven't really kept up with it. I just know the performances are pretty good, and the fashion is a big questionable at times.
I think Sabrina Carpenter had the best performance this year, and Taylor Swift should be for next year.
I would be scared because of all the people, and I'm like a tiny person. I would give it training.
so I would be scared, but I think it would be really.
I think Coachella's pretty cool. It's a dream to go there. I like seeing everybody's outfits, and I'm really sad I missed Bieberchella this year, but that's okay. Maybe at some point I'll get there.
I love the Justin Bieber performance, and I love seeing people's outfits.
So I think Coachella is a once-in-a-lifetime experience. Personally, I would love to go just being a music fan, but also I know that people there have a once-in-a-lifetime experience, so just imagining that is something that would be so amazing to go to.
I think it's just a little over-popularized. I think it's a lot of influencer heavy. Personally, I think for the regular person, it's not really that big of a deal. It's mostly for big and popular artists and influencers.
I love that Manon still went on stage with Pink Panthers even though she's on hiatus from Cat's Eye.
It's not something I really pay attention to.
I'm really jealous that I didn't get to go because I love Justin Bieber.
Alright, so my thoughts on Coachella is I think it's a fun experience for anybody to go. It looks incredibly fun, and I think the weather down in California is quite lovely.
What is Coachella? I'm not quite sure what that is.
RMU students help shed light on many different opinions about Coachella. While Coachella started as a way for the average person who couldn't afford a concert ticket to see their favorite artist as you saw, a lot of people deem it as unaffordable and even view it as a celebrity or influencer event. Coachella's expenses in 2016 reached from $650 for a budgeted attendee to over $2,500 for a luxury experience. Coachella in 2026 expenses were extreme, with a total cost often exceeding $2,000 or $3,000 per person. While expenses are a big factor of Coachella, a lot of people view it as a small price to pay for a good experience.
Yeah, thank you, Penelope, for bringing us the latest about Coachella. So, Isabella, I'm curious. What are your thoughts about the festival?
You know what? I love Coachella. I think it's so aesthetic and it's just a fun time, and I would love to go there someday.
Yeah, like I've seen a lot of stuff like how it's a super popular music festival, but like I can't imagine like actually going to it.
The traffic would be insane. The traffic would be insane. I'm not for that, but everything else, just the vibes, you know.
Yeah.
I think it's fun.
And then like I think it's cool to see how it's changed so much. Like it started out as like an indie thing.
Yeah.
Like Rage Against the Machine performed there before they released their first album.
That's crazy to me.
Fatboy Slim was there, and now they have arguably the biggest music star in Sabrina Carpenter and Justin Bieber being there.
Yeah.
So it's really interesting to see how it's gone from this like underground thing as a celebration of independent music to like this big corporate thing that everyone wants to go to.
Absolutely. Just how popularized it's been too. It's crazy.
Of course. So now let's talk a little bit about another big event in the entertainment industry, the Met Gala.
The Met Gala is basically a fundraiser event for Costume Institute at the Metropolitan Museum of Art. It started in 1948 and as a pretty simple dinner to support the museum's fashion department. But over time, it turned into a huge cultural event led by figures like Anna Wintour, and now it's known for its red carpet looks, where celebrities dress based off a specific theme tied to the museum's fashion exhibit. The 2026 theme is Fashioning Time, Past, Present, Future, focuses on how fashion connects across different eras. Even though it looks like a celebrity fashion show, it's really about funding the museum and celebrating fashion as an art form. Now, Kaden, celebrities in this event, what's been your favorite gala look?
Yeah, so the Met Gala is always fun to look at. As someone who is not the most knowledgeable on fashion, it's still fun to see what people bring to the table. But my favorite that I've seen was last year, I got to see Magnar Witzel. He's a German model, bring out like a really big, elaborate white everything, like white fur coat, white shoes, hat, everything. He looked a bit more like he would be involved in another industry other than fashion.
Yeah.
But his accessory, where he brought out the clear briefcase full of red rose petals, added a nice color accent, as well as symbolizing the persistence of love and things like that. It was pretty cool to look at.
Mine was probably Jackie Kennedy because I think her 1979 look with the strapless dress was just so elegant and perfect. So I think that was gorgeous. I'm looking forward to Kendall Jenner this year because she usually has some good looks the past few years, I thought. So.
Of course, I'm looking forward to A$AP Rocky. He always does incredibly well during these fashion shows.
Well, that's all we have for you today on Culture Colonials.
Thank you for tuning in and have a great rest of your week.